Good afternoon. This is Slowrider from Slowrider Acres in the beautiful northern Sierra foothills. So we're going to do the final cherry on the top for the Tormagani dragster exhaust install. So what I did is I bought a Sprint filter. It's a synthetic filter that's much better than the old filter. Now I did film myself taking this out, but the audio was messed up, so I had to start over. So how you take this thing out, there's four screws. It's a 4mm bolt. There's four of them. So what you can do, you just turn all the way to the left, and you can't see, but there's a screw here. You take that off. Then I use this. You just drill those out like that. And then the next thing you do is you turn it all the way to the left. You repeat. There's two bolts. So you pop that out. You get in there and you screw those out. And the filter, there's a cover. So when you pull the filter out, it just pops out like that. Pretty easy to get out. And what I saw, the filter had actually had some flies in it. It had some little pebbles and rocks and some dirt. So definitely run with your filter, because it does, you do suck stuff in there. So that's that filter. And so I've already put in the other one, the exhaust. So I'm going to replace the bolts now, if I can find them. So these are the nuts. And it just goes back in. You just have to make sure. The only thing you got to be careful is when you pull it out, there's a square side and a round side goes in the front and the square in the back. So just make sure you fit the filter. It pops in there and the plate goes on there. So we will put this back in. And you just don't want to drop the screws. It's pretty easy, actually. Just there's a few cables in there, and hard to see, believe it or not. Okay, that one's in. So just leave those loose. Never want to tighten it down. So you got all the, don't tighten anything down on your bike because you got all the bolts in, obviously. So there's two more here. I think I can, that just kind of sticks on there like that. You gotta be a little careful because there's cables in here. Okay, that's on. And then just, this is the 12-volt charging cable. Didn't know that was there until I just found that. That's where you do your battery tender, right there on the Diavel. Just move that out of the way. Get that in there loosely. Okay, that's in. So I always do that gently, so you make sure you're not cross-threading. This is on a low torque, so it's not gonna strip anything. Okay, that's that. And then we'll tighten that down. I already got the other, so I'll torque that down by hand. That feels good. Okay, that's in there. Do the other side. And this filter, if you look at the specs for it, since it's a synthetic filter, all the holes are the same size, so you get more laminar flow. So you actually get a little over 2 times the flow of the stock filter. So this is going to get twice the air. That's it. That's in. Tighten it down. All right. Everything's seated tight. Looks good. So that's nice. So this filter is for the lifetime. Basically the way you do it, you just take it out and you clean it with soap and water, you dry it out and you throw it back in. So there's no oil and it's rated for life. It's a some sort of polyurethane, and all the, and this is the P80 filter. And so the nice thing is that filter, that's the filter they use with the Termani Dragster Edition exhaust without, there's a tune with and without the DB killers. I'm running without the DB killers because I like it loud. So let's do a start. I think I got the key in my pocket, which I do. Let's see how this thing sounds. And would help if I put it in neutral. Always helps. Slow rider like. Yeah, you sound like a dragster. You could feel it, you feel it in your chest, which is good. All right, slow rider out.